What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Gonti Grand Larceny. Hope you're ready to steal some stuff. Oh man, actually, I feel kind of bad about stealing from Kamahl, man. He's my bro. He's my commander bro. I'll explain that story here in a second. Let's get the chat closed out. As far as opening hand goes, we've got Swamp, Double Swamp, Cryptghast, Swiftfoot Boots, Voyager Staff. This is pretty good. If we hit our land drops, yeah, I don't mind keeping this. So go and keep on this one and then get our command zone all set up. But yes, welcome to some Gonti, Lord of Luxury. So let's start with Gonti. He has Death Touch, and whenever he enters the battlefield, we're going to look at the top 4 cards of target opponent's library. We're going to pick one of those cards, and we may spend our mana as our any color to cast that spell. Let's go ahead and go for the Swamp, and I guess maybe see if our opponent's got any sort of artifact removal. Go ahead and get the Voyager Staff down, and then we'll go ahead and pass the turn. Playing against Kamahl, Fist of Krosa. Green mana, target land becomes a 1/1 creature until end of turn. For 5 mana, creatures you control get +3 and gain trample until end of turn. Yes, he's actually on my to-do list. I need to get him done, but funny story about him. Well, let's get this up and running. Get the Resonator. Okay, let's go and get the Swamp down. Let's go and go for Swiftfoot Boots at this point, and then let's go ahead and pass the turn. Yeah, so as far as Kamahl goes, I was digging through the dollar rare bin at a card store one time, and this is before I'd started. Actually, let me take a drink of water real quick. One sec. Okay, so I found a copy of Kamahl in like the dollar bin rare, and or the dollar bin rare, and he was so heavily played, but it wasn't like he was bent and like misshapen or anything like that. Let's go and get the temple down, and then let's see. Cannot go for Cryptghast. Let's go ahead and go for the Resonator. That way, if we do finally break open the mana, then we can kind of roll from there. And then, yeah, we're going to go and pass the turn. But yeah, so I found him in the dollar rare bin. He was heavily played, but he wasn't bent up or like drawn on or anything. You could just tell he had been shuffled like 100 times in somebody's like unsleeved after school mono green deck. And to this day, that is one of my favorite Magic cards, man. I don't know why. I know, like when you buy cards, they're all basically almost near. I buy cards that are near mint usually. I don't go mint, but it's got a little bit of a ding on it. I'll use the card, but it was just one of those times where you found a card that you knew it hadn't just been sitting somewhere for a long time. That it's almost kind of like I just want to hear his stories of what he got into. That specifically that Kamahl card. So definitely one of my favorite cards in my collection. Okay, hopefully hit the land drop. We do hit a Swamp. Let's go and get that down. We're only sitting at 3 mana right now because the temple's not online. But we can go for Cryptghast next turn and kind of rally from there. Let's go and get the Phyrexian Reclamation down. Anything else we do? No, we're just going to pass turn. Hopefully hit the land drop. Then, also on a side note, if you want to steal your very own Magic cards in a legal way, not in the real world, don't steal cards, you'll get in trouble. Head over to MTGOTraders.com. That's where Gonti has his wares for sale that he's stolen. So if you want to buy some of Gonti's wares, head over there. And if you don't know, I'm making MTGOTraders started up their own YouTube channel, and I'm making videos for their channel in addition to my normal channel work. So I'm getting out around, let's say, around 10 to 12 Modern and Commander deck videos a month. So make sure you hit the subscribe button if you get notifications on when my videos go live. They're out on some type of weekly basis, but in between months, the last part of the month, I may not have a video out. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. That way you get nice notifications. So, all right, so our opponent did get down Kamahl. Let's see, Erratic Portal. Okay, we've only got 3 mana. Nope. Gonna have to pass the turn. That's a bummer. But yeah, so as far as my, this may not end up being a good video if they go beat sticks, but at least Kamahl, man, I may have to kind of just post this video up as a scrap video or something. So yeah, I like doing commentary like this sometimes. But yeah, man, I wish I could just sit down with him and be like, man, what kind of adventures did you go on? It looks like you've been a weathered planeswalker, man. I'll have to post a picture of it sometime. I know I've talked about it before, but I don't know. It's just something like I don't use that card that often. It's not a modern. I don't even think it's modern legal. I don't use it in Commander that often. I have it in my mono green Omnath deck, but yeah, man, he's like my Magic bro. If you could have a Magic bro, if I should say, or however you want to say it. Okay, so we're getting taken out behind the woodshed, so I still may go and post this video up for the Kamahl viewers out there. I know certainly, like there's sometimes when I play against obscure commanders, I like to just go ahead and post a video. That way there's just documented proof of Kamahl. So not necessarily getting the full-fledged Gonti action, but I'll probably post this video up in some form or fashion for the record books. Because man, this is getting pretty gnarly. We've got Regal Force, draw a green card for each creature you control. We got Vigor out there. If damage would be dealt to you or a creature, or to a creature you control, prevent that, put that many +1 counters on it. And then we still got Kamahl doing the cleanup duty with the +3 and gains trample. And why not? Garrick Wildspeaker. This is like textbook mono green commander right here. So yeah, I'm gonna have to post this up as I guess me getting schooled in commander. I don't know. What have you. But we did have a nice hand, man. And you know, we can maybe bounce back from it. No, actually, no, we can't. We're looking at 19. I think it just went to go pumping right there. So, all right. Let's see. That's going to put us at 13, 18 coming across. Let's see if we hit the lane drop. If not, this is going to be a 100% a textbook example of mono green just ramp. Okay, and let's get the greater good up and running too. But yeah, this has got me wanting to build Kamahl, but this is a pretty nice little, what is it, turn 6, and we got Gauntlet of Power, extra Planear Lens, Wild Speaker untapping the shrine over there. See what we draw. Draw a Magus of the Coffers. No, that will not get it done. Good game, man. Yeah, I'm probably going to go ahead and post this one up, just because, hey, man, that was a nice little mono green showing. And the Tree Speaker discard, so, you know, they got value in the hand. Alright, guys, if you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. Thanks. What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Gonti Grand Larceny. Hope you're ready to steal some stuff, steal some magic cards the nice way. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, is that Narset? Is that Miss Nasty Lady? Alright, we'll give it a shot. We'll see if we can't do this. We do have Mana Crypt, Vampiric Tutor. Is this something we want to keep? We are on the draw, so we're going to be drawing another card. We've got Sign in Blood. So we can go Vampiric Tutor, Swamp, get down Mana Crypt. Ritual the Machine. Yeah, let's go and keep on this one. I kind of like this fast mana against Narset. So yeah, we're going to go and keep on this one. Hopefully it'll work out. And if we draw that Swamp, I'll feel really good about that because we're looking at like a turn 2 Gonti, and then we'll kind of see. And then, you know, Narset's got some nice targets in there. And it'll kind of change what our Vampiric Tutor target will be. So, alright, draw another Swamp. Let's go and get that down. Do we want to go for Mana Crypt? Yeah, let's go and go for it now. That way if they have some type of counter spell and it gets countered, I'd rather get it down. Then, gonna go ahead and pass turn. Gonna hold on to Vampiric Tutor. We may use that for like a Crypt Gaster or a Cabal Coffers or Kamahl. Cabal Coffers. Oh man, that's for later in the video. Let's go and get these Swamp down, and then I'll cover our commanders in just a second. All right, we're gonna choose tails on that one. Worst fears. Okay, let's go and get the Swamp down, and let's go and get Gonti up and running. Let's tap for double black, 2 colorless off the Mana Crypt. Gonti coming in hot and ready to steal some stuff from the Narset player. Got a Scalding Tarn being cracked in response. But yeah, so we're playing Gonti, Lord of Luxury. So basically he's going to enter the battlefield. We're going to exile the top 4 cards of our opponent's library. We get to pick one of those cards, and then we may spend our manas or any color to cast that card. I might see a counterspell right now. We'll see what's going on. Playing against Narset, she has First Strike and Hexproof, and whenever she attacks, exile the top 4 cards of your library, and then you may cast non-creature cards exiled with Narset without paying their mana cost. Okay, Condescend. Got it. Not going to pay for Condescend. Nope. Do not have the 1 mana. Gonti goes back. The alarm system went off. But yes, welcome to some Gonti. Yeah, we got countered, but we'll make it work. So, we were talking about Vampiric Tutor targets, and there's a card called Cabal Therapy. And I've always pronounced it Cabal Therapy. And then there's a card called Cabal Coffers. And for some reason, it finally got pointed out after probably about the 4th or 5th video. In my head, I just started calling Cabal Coffers Cabal Coffers. And it was just like, it was like 3 people commented at once like, hey man, you're saying it wrong. Let's get it right. And then like I say the normal card right, so I don't know why I wanted to say it that way, but it just kind of made me laugh. I had to sit there and be like, okay, you're right. Alright, so let's go ahead and we drew, fired off a Sign in Blood. We draw a Toxic Deluge, which is actually pretty good against Narset, especially if they tap out for Narset, because we can pay that 2 life and get around the Hexproof clause. And we have Sculpting Steel, so if they get some sort of mana rock out there, then we can kind of go from there. Let's go and get these Swamp down. Let's see. So we do have Vampiric Tutor to put something on top. We're coming across at 3 mana. Let's go ahead and hold off. We may grab some type of mana accelerant. Since we do have Urborg, we can actually go for Cabal Coffers. I'm telling you, man, it's a struggle to say. I don't know why my brain has just set it up that way, but it's just like when it got processed in my head, it was just like, okay, this is Cabal Coffers. This is what we call it, and I have to stop myself. So if we draw Cabal Coffers, then we can get our mana up and running. So I think we may end up going for that. Let's go and fire this Vampiric Tutor off. See if there's any sort of counter spell. They've got 4 cards in hand, too. Okay. Counter spell, sure. And let's see, Undying Evil. Okay, so there's nothing, basically nothing for Sculpting Steel. We're sitting at 4 mana, and we can't cast Gonti. So basically just going to, hopefully, if our opponent goes for, well, they're not going to be able to go for Narset next turn. They've only got 4 mana with that maze over there. But at least we can, we'll still have Toxic Daily. Just got to get some stuff up and running. So, but yeah, so I'm basically, oh, yeah, I already explained the Kamahl and Kamahl story. But yeah, I recorded Gonti last week during a 4-player video, and I'm going to be honest, that was my first 4-player game since my last Darien video. So I was, when I say I'm rusty, I mean that I'm rusty from a recording sense when it comes to 4-player commander, just because it's like a whole nother beast for me. So like I kind of had a few mistakes in that deck. I lost track of in that game. I lost track of the board state a couple times, and that was pretty much due to me not recording those 4-player games for a long time, because Johnny Vengeance, all right, man, this is like Narset's mad or something. Like we need to give this Narset deck a Snickers, really bad. Okay, let's go get the swamp down. We're looking at 5 mana, still not enough for Gonti. And Sculpting Steel on anything, no. And I don't think our opponent activated a Johnny. Is that correct? No, it's at 3. Target, what did they target? Okay, so let's see. Anything we want to do for the turn for 5 mana? No, we're good. Just going to go ahead and pass turn. We hit 6 mana, we can get in a spot to where we can finally cast Gonti. Hopefully they've run out of counter spells by then. If not, then we're looking to get a Toxic Deluge. And then eventually, if we get into the mana, we can go for nice little Worst Fears. Okay, they tapped the swamp right there. Okay. Doesn't untap. And draw another swamp. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 mana. Do we want to try for another Gonti? They got 3 spells in hand. Yeah, let's go and go for that. I'm okay with that. Kind of shoot another counter spell test, and they've got it. They've got it. And we'll just still bank on the Toxic Deluge over there. It's very interesting to see a Narset deck with a million counter spells in there. I don't know. It just seems like, I guess I'm more like, I play Nekosaur, but you could run a bunch of counters in there, but then it kind of dilutes Nekosaur's power. Oh, Dictate Time, okay. I was like, dang, man, they got another counter spell? It just seemed like a lot. Like we either that or just had a really good draw with a lot of those counter spells, but it seemed like a higher amount of counter spells than normal for Narset. Actually, excuse me one sec. But yeah, so as far as that 4-play video, it's just one of those, like, I'm just not used to, like, talking for an hour. Like, I record long videos sometimes, but, okay, complicate, cycle. Can we pay 1? We're going to get 4 spiked again. No, we cannot. We've got 6 mana. The house alarm went off again on Gonti. Okay, we're going to go ahead. Man, he's like, it's almost like he's lost his touch on how to break into a house. Like Narset's home alarm system is just completely going off the chains right now. But yeah, we're looking to draw another swamp, and then eventually we can kind of rally from there. And I realized what happened with the earlier Johnny. They tapped it. I thought that blue thing was going to stay on there the whole time, so I didn't know what they targeted with that and the last of Johnny. But we are looking at a -7 ultimate on a Johnny, and Narset getting down with 2 mana up. Probably going to go ahead and go for a Toxic Deluge. Draw another swamp. Okay, let's go ahead and go for a Toxic Deluge. We're looking at, I'm going to pay 2 life. That's going to take care of Narset. Okay, and then we still have Sculpting Steel. Let's go ahead and get down Sculpting Steel on the Soul Ring. This way we can get into spots where we can go for Worst Fears. Let's kind of add up our mana. So we're going to have Soul Ring. We're not going to tap Soul Ring, so we're looking at 1, 2. They're going to tap one of our swamps. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're actually we're going to have just enough for Worst Fears. So maybe we can get into spots where we can, let's see the Johnny trigger. Okay. So if they counter it, I'm thinking, follow me on this, we can go for the Johnny ultimate, take control of their turn, if they tap out for Narset, and then we can destroy all of their lands. I think that sounds pretty good. We'll see what they're going for. If they tap out, I'm definitely going to go for that, because let's see, 1, 2, 5, 8, yeah, it's going to be 8 mana. Alright, getting kind of magic nervous on this one. See what they got. Okay, Narset's coming in. That's going to leave 3 cards in the hand and 3 mana up. Well, if they're tapping out. Oh, bummer, Fragmentize. Bummer, bummer, bummer. Oh, I was getting so excited about that Worst Fears. Okay, so we're looking at 5-6. The Swamp's not going to untap. If we draw Hot into one of our triggers, I mean, one of our, I'm trying to think. If we drew into one of our mana rocks, we would have been able to get out of this, but we're sitting at 6. We're sitting at 7 mana. And let's go for Geth. Maybe they don't go for the Ajani Ultimate, and then we can go for Worst Fears. But more than likely not. So let's just go and get Geth down. That was a bummer, man. They had the Fragmentize on that Soul Ring. We were so looking forward to that Ajani Ultimate, man. I could taste it. But more than likely, with them running Fragmentize, they probably had another counterspell to stop it. So, yeah, it's always fun to kind of get little, like, obviously we didn't get to cast Worst Fears. You know, they're probably going to go for the Ultimate. But it's always fun to, you know, get into those spots where you can maybe go for that. Okay. Got that swinging and see if Narset's coming in. We might be able to bounce back from this. I don't know. They've only got 2 cards in hand. If we can stop Narset, well, they're still going to get the flip, so we're still going to go ahead and block. Okay, block on Narset. See, we got exiled. Fact or Fiction. Let's go ahead and put the Time Stretch in one pile. Did they have the mana for it? We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they're going to have just enough mana for that Time Stretch. See if they go for it. Okay, actually don't go for that. I'll take that. Do you have the Mystic Confluence in the hand, though? So let's go and pop that back up. Then Lightning Helix. Okay. Man, what a gnarly, telling you. Narset, she's a nasty lady. This is particularly nasty, Narset. Yeah, this is very angry Narset. Narset for sure. So, I don't know, I may go and post this one. Doomblade, alright man, you got this one. Gonti ran into the house alarm like 3 times, so I may go and post this. I recorded another Kamahl video that had some good commentary, so I may go and post this one up. Alright, if you liked it, if you enjoyed it, like, subscribe. Thanks, guys.